Hello everybody, welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. Today we are going to be getting started with episode 3, which I am very, very excited about. As of the time of this recording at least, it is my favorite of the episodes. I think it is just really spectacular, so I'm looking forward to getting into it with y'all. Alrighty, so I don't think we need to see a recap. If you need a recap, oh hello, we have a cat visiting us. So, no recap required. If you need one, go back and watch the previous 2 episodes. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself up out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. I'll take a shower. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you scrub ferociously, trying to scrape the memories from your skin as though they're part of the physical dirt that coats you. You're done here. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Check on Dustin. There are 2 of them now. Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend?
Her name, Mom. She come to visit.
Oh gosh, what's Dustin's mom voice?
I Dustin, Mom. Gonna stay with Dustin until glass house empty. Thank you, human, for take care of my boy.
What happened to your glass house?
Asshole squatter move in. Kick Dustin Mom out. Squatter try to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but squatter not evil. It just tried to survive, just like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn.
I had a rough night. Can you console me?
Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too.
Oh, poor buddy.
If Cat Monster want to eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. Then Dustin and Mom eat like kings. This nature.
I gotta go. Bye.
Gay.
That's that. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. Turn back. You turn back to the guest room. Check the closet. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? Keen eye. No, it hasn't. Turn back. That's enough of this closet. You turn back to the guest room. Message your group chat. I will message the group text. I can't talk. You pull out your phone to open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Still love the meme options, but... Morning, how are you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Okay. I don't think I feel the need to text them individually, so I'll just head downstairs. You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself, trying to tidy as best she can.
Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen.
Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress eating ice cream for breakfast. Girl, we've all been there. It's okay. Bonjour, Frou-Frou.
Ugh, bonjour, sacre bleu. Do not think you can just bonjour me because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it?
I see. Talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit on the head last night?
You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. To me, they kinda are.
And you can hear my cat yelling. Okay. Do I want to be a freak here? I've already kind of been a freak this morning. Hi, I'm Jen. Good morning. I'm Janie, just here to do my little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations, or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is.
Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Jen. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner.
Janie.
But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are 2 completely different things, I suppose.
Thanks.
All I'm trying to say is it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company, what with everything that's...
Janie.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again?
Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Okay, I don't think I'm going to talk about the possums. Hey, Tabitha. How's it going? There was a massive mine collapse last night that almost got my cousin killed. So I'm a little stressed. Girl, you could have it so much worse. I don't usually say that, but like, ugh, you're lucky I had the traits I do.
Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl.
Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Alright, let's go. I'm actually looking forward to spending some time together outside of a life or death situation. Janie, lock up when you leave, please. And don't go rearranging anything, I'll know.
As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the 2 of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Jen, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. Blah, blah, blah. You two did right by those kids, though. What a blessing, everyone getting out of that situation all right.
I'll take the Kenai option. You only come in once a week, right? What do you do with the rest of your time?
Oh, odd jobs mostly. Weeding gardens, cleaning houses, watching kids, that sort of thing. My husband's the pastor, so a lot of my time's spent at the church and doing things for the community. Poor Daniel, he's been going absolutely stir-crazy since we moved here, what with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to try to talk you through your worries.
Maybe. We'll see.
Oh, take your time, of course. You're here all week, after all. Just know that you can stop by the church any time. Door's always open. It's been nice meeting you, but I gotta bounce. Bye, Janie. Alrighty then. Be safe out there, you two. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh, neat. What kind of tea? I don't know, the kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it's called. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store busts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. I feel so bad for Kanika. She's such a sweetheart. She doesn't deserve this. Ugh. Other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. Do I want to be a shithead here? Out of curiosity, would you call yourself happy? Tabitha pulls back, surprised by your question. The lessons we learn from loss are often more powerful than those we learn from victory. I'm unhappy because I took so long to learn life's difficult truths. Okay. Come on already, let's go. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. I want a pickle. Oh shit, what was Sybil's voice? Good morning, you two. I hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Jen, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I'll just be a minute. Is Kanika okay? Of course, she just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both my little ones made it out okay. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. Try and listen in. You walk up to the door of the tea room to listen in. Subtle. I know it took a little longer than you'd hoped, but this was fairly short notice. Sybil pauses, and a moment later, you hear footsteps move to the far end of the tea room. Jesus Christ. She and Tabitha resume their discussion, their voices hushed. You can only make out bits and pieces of what they're saying. Is there... Yes. Make sure this is all. Not inside. Outside, then. Don't assume you know. I know what I'm... Your listening session is halted as the tinkling of bells announce another patron. Okay, need a bow voice. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Jen, aren't you? My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. The police said he might just be out hunting somewhere, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mom's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone, and as this morning, so is she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him?
Is Big Betty one of your chickens?
Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty's our prize pumpkin. She was a big lady, too. I'd expect she was at least 2,000 pounds. Not too easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled off down a hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet with everything else going on.
Your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're monsters that show up when something bad's gonna happen, and they're the things that have been stealing your chickens.
I never heard of a ditchling before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find my daddy.
Have you seen anything strange on the farm the past couple of days?
Not really, no, but I've been awful busy what with everything that's still been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing, though.
He deserves to know. He died on the northwest edge of town, off the Esgina Trail.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm so sorry about her mama.
Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast if y'all want to swing by. Otherwise, meet at library and figure out plan? I think I'm good. Just had a big fight. Not really hungry. Gonna chill in my van for a while if you want to hang out, though. Otherwise, see you guys at the library. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Nope. I am waiting for Tabitha. It's interesting I have all these options, though. Nope. Tabby till I die. Your cousin will probably be back any second. It's best just to stay put. You and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Beau continues to shop. Okay, I don't think Miles wants anything to do with me, so I think I'm just gonna leave him be. I'll read something to seem busy. Yep. You pick up the closest object, a sleeve of donuts. You pretend to be engrossed by the nutrition information. 10 milligrams of cholesterol per 4 donuts. Fascinating. Miles continues to pretend you don't exist. Tabitha bursts out of the tea room, tucking a pouch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks up at you in surprise. Wow, you actually stayed. I kind of expected you to go off running the second I left you alone. Family's important. I'm not just gonna ditch you. That's appreciated. I've got a couple hours to spare. I'll pick us up some sodas and we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know? Cool. Yeah, it is cool.
It's nice to have a place where nobody can bother me. Her little face, she's so cute. Now, come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted.
Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door.
Come on in. Don't worry, it's empty.
You follow your cousin into the model home.
We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense?
Okay, so something that makes me so emotional when I think about it is that, okay, so here we've got beach photo or painting. Here we've got another beach photo or painting. I want to be able to take her to the beach so bad.
It's kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda.
Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in on the couch. Kenai. This place clearly gets cleaned regularly, but it doesn't feel like a real home. It feels like a set piece, like you've both wandered into a play, and if you were to look at the walls from another angle, you'd see them as the two-dimensional illusions they are. Okay, so now we have lots and lots of options to talk to our dear Tabitha. So we'll just start and go through them all. Let's take our Kenai option here. Is the estate stifling to you? Is that why you come here? Tabitha sips her soda, her expression suddenly heavy.
I guess the estate has a lot of history. This place is so new by comparison. It's like the estate is full of ghosts, pressing down on me all the time, pressuring me to do what they want. When I'm here, I can imagine a life where I don't have to think about 200 years of history resting on my shoulders. I can imagine just living as a bank teller or something, having a simple life.
She's so cute. Okay, so let's see. I know the answer, obviously, but I'll ask anyway. Do you ever get to travel? I saw your Blowing Rock mug.
My what? Oh. That must be one of Janie's. She was always saying we didn't have enough cups. There are 3 cups, that's plenty. One for me, one for Pearl Ann, and one for the occasional guest. But Janie said her husband has a ton of dumb little souvenir mugs from his travels. Not that I asked, she just tells me stuff about her family. Anyway, she said they have mugs to spare, as if I needed her charity. I guess she must have snuck a few in under my nose. I'll have to remember to toss it when I get back. Anyways, to answer your question, no, I don't travel. Too much to do. Sure, I'd like to see the Outer Banks one day, but I'm the head of the company. It's not like anyone can cover for me. Is it still? Yeah, you can see she's got the little Outer Banks book here. Maybe when I retire, if that ever happens. You live in a massive mansion, but only have 3 cups? Why does everyone get hung up on that? It's not like the Scarlets don't own more dishware, but I'm not going to use the fine china to drink Pepsi. And we technically have 4 glasses, but one of them's used for the silverware. Oh, her little smile. So there, we have more than 3. Okay, I'm not gonna be rude about Janie. And yes, Pearl Ann was a monster, but I don't know if we need to bring her up right now. Maybe when this week is over, we can go to the beach together. Yeah, Maybe. I think I'd like that. Try not to say Pookie challenge failed. I'm so unwell. I'm just kind of curious to see what she says here. Can we try some of that tea you picked up? It smells nice. Nope. It's a sleepy time tea. You don't want to drink it in the middle of the day. Girl, you are lying to my face. It's okay. I still love you. Do you like living here? Like I said, it's the only thing I know. You don't need to have lived somewhere else to know if you like it here. I respectfully disagree. Everything in life requires context to properly understand. And I don't have context here. You said you were unhappy earlier. Maybe it's the town. Maybe. Or maybe it's just that some people are born unhappy. Maybe everyone's unhappy. It doesn't have to be the town. Again, I know the answer, but I want to ask. Do you actually like running the mines? Of course not, but that doesn't really matter. I've had years of Pearland drilling that into my head. I can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, this entire town falls to ruin. It's my burden to bear. Though I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about running off. What if I moved here after everything's said and done? I don't think you want to do that. Nobody should want to do that. Talk about your family. What was Pearland like? That face says it all. Okay, I guess you should know at least some things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was your mom's twin sister. Fraternal, they didn't look alike. Same with their personalities. Night and day from what I've heard. Pearland was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? How did she die? Sleep apnea. I simply do not believe it. My conspiracy theory is that Tabitha killed her mom, and I think she was right to do it. If that is indeed what happened, I simply cannot say anything. I think that she should have. Did you two get along? No. That woman was a monster. So true, bestie, so true. What was your dad like? Don't know. He just up and left one day. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. They never got divorced, just separated. He probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he would lose any and all claim to the Scarlet Fortune if they divorced. And he'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. I'm sorry. That must have been really hard for you. I don't really think about it. If he didn't want anything to do with me, his loss. What do you think of Silas and those other old-timers? It's complicated. They built the town, and they built the mine. They're the whole reason you and I are here today. They weren't angels, I know that. But they're dead. They've been dead a long time.
Can you tell me about any other family members? Wow, did Vivian really tell you nothing about us? Or her upbringing? Fine, I'll give you the brief history since she never bothered. Pearl Ann and Vivian were raised by their grandmother because our grandmother died in childbirth. Our great-grandmother, Grandma Etty, ran the mine before Pearl Ann, then Pearl Ann took over. And now here I am, following in their footsteps. What was Grandma Etty like? Did you know her? Tabitha is quiet for a moment, her eyes distant. Kinda scary. Her voice is quiet. She takes another sip of her cream soda. A matriarchal mining company seems unusual. Yeah, that's the Scarlets. It's just been women for a couple generations now. And we'd never let some stranger jeopardize the Forgot how to talk. Jeopardize the company. It stays in the bloodline. What happened to the rest of the family? Silas had a lot of kids. I read about him in the library yesterday. What am I, an encyclopedia? We have documents on this stuff and some kind of fancy family tree somewhere in the estate, but I don't have any of it memorized. From what I can remember, our grandmother had a kid sister that died of some childhood illness. Then she died having our moms. And I think Grandma Etty had some brothers, but I vaguely recall something about them fighting in World War II. One way or another, they clearly didn't stick around. As for anyone who came before the turn of the 20th century, damned if I know. That's ancient history. Talk about your relationship. I can't believe we're actually hanging out. Ah! I can't. She's so cute. Her little face. I can. It's why you came all the way down here, isn't it? Girl, you have no idea. I would do anything for you. Sorry. What I can't believe is I'm actually almost enjoying it. I would kill for you. I would die for you. Absolutely anything. What kind of things did Pearl Ann tell you about me and my mom? It doesn't matter what she's told anyone about you. She's dead, and in a few days we're gonna bury her in the ground. Oh, okay, so a little bit of meta here. It's really interesting because depending on your relationship with Tabitha, she'll give you different answers to that question. I mean, that's the same for, like, this whole scene. But, like, when my partner played this, she's also a Tabitha fan, but she was a little bit more antagonistic toward her. So I think because of that, Tabitha was more willing to tell her, like, oh yeah, she was, like, really shitty about you and, like, said bad things about you. But I think Tabitha thinks I'm too soft, so she doesn't want to tell me, which is very funny to me. Okay, I don't need to ask her what she really thinks of me, because she's pretty much already said it. I'm not gonna call her an asshole. I'm really glad I came up here. Tabitha pauses as she takes a long, contemplative swig of her soda. Yeah. Alright, I think we're just gonna keep going through all of these. I'm supposed to have dinner at Reese's place. Do you know him? Reese? Oh yeah, the dude that used to hang out with Kanika and Stella. I kinda remember him. Quiet, smelled kinda weird.
Stopped coming to school at one point. I guess he got sick or something. I know his mom better than I know him. She's been everybody's doctor for as long as I can remember. She's intimidating. I've always liked her. Guess that's not hereditary, though. Reese always seemed like a bit of a wet blanket to me. Okay, I think I'm gonna stay with Stella because... teehee. Do you want me to try to get you in with Kanika? Please. If she's anything like me, that would only make her hate me more. I have dignity, Jen. Okay, I don't know if I need to ask her about Oscar, because I know that she does mean what she said. What do you think of Avery? Who? Avery. Works at the diner, wears plant shirts. I have no idea who you're talking about. Do you know Sybil well? Everyone in town knows her. But I don't know if anyone actually knows her well. Why did you hire Janie? Pearl Ann hired Janie. She was my babysitter before she started cleaning the estate. I'm so confused on the timeline with Janie and Daniel, but we won't get into that now. What's going on with Wayne? He's been following me. I think there's something wrong with him. Wayne? As in Sam Wayne? I don't know who you think is following you, but it can't be him. Yeah, because Pearl Ann totally killed him. Pearl Ann sent him packing. That's one way to put it. Sorry, it's a bit of a sore spot for me. Girl, I don't want to talk about Wayne any more than you do. I'd rather not talk about it. Tabitha, the man is stalking me. It's fine. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. I don't need to dig up painful memories to make sure of that. The police are really on my ass. I wouldn't really worry about them. Our family is the law around these parts. So you should do your best to stay on my good side. No worries there, baby girl. I got you. I know I've already asked, but can you tell me what the deal is with you and Stella now that we're hanging out? Alright, fine. We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week, spend all night watching monster movies and eating chips, and... Anyway, Pearl Ann didn't like her. I'd always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There were no more excuses to go study, and I was too busy learning the ropes of the mine. Pearl Ann made sure my every waking minute was occupied. I didn't have time for friends. But I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into that mindset and try to move on. This is fucking crazy. I'll use Kenai. Why ban her from your property, though? You're acting like Pearl Ann ended it all, but Stella hasn't stopped trying to be there for you. I don't know. Pearl Ann made me do it, and she's not even in the ground yet. I haven't had time to figure out how I feel. Okay, I know she believes what she said about Oscar. Or should I ask her anyway? I'll ask her anyway. You had some harsh things to say about Oscar last night. Do you really believe what you said? I do. Some people shouldn't have kids. Are you coming ghost hunting with us tonight? Is that actually happening? Girl, I know what you are. Look at her little face. Estella will be there. But so will Kanika. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again, but there's no point arguing with you. If you're gonna get up to any paranormal stuff, I'd better be there to save your skin if it gets hairy. Oh, girl, you have no idea. Count me in. Thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. Almost forgot, it's Mayor Jimmy Day! Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar and Rosalina. Meet y'all there in half an hour. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird, foggy morning. Wild that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing, even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. Somebody's popular. It's Mayor Jimmy Day? Ugh. What a ridiculous event. You know he's a dog, right? Did they fill you in on that little detail? We haven't had a human mayor in Scarlet Hollow since at least the early 1900s. We've been a dog mayor town since then. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor getup. Girl, you are so gay! Oh my god. Try not to be gay challenge failed. And if Stella's gonna be there. Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. I'm kind of nervous. She's so cute. I actually can't deal with it. Keen eye. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see a furious woman making a beeline for you and Tabitha, Becca slinking behind her. This must be her mother. Tabitha, someone's coming. What? Okay, Becca's mom. Excuse me, Miss Scarlet? What in the hell was that voice? Okay, Valley Girl, we're going for it. Can I help you? Becca stares at you from the distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. What the hell do you think you're doing? Blech. What the hell do you think you're doing down here, grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night? A mine collapse almost killed my poor sweet innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. You can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Ugh, Mom, please, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy is advocating for you. Just ignore her, Tabitha. Ignore me? Your cousin ruined my life. Ma'am, in alternate timelines, your kid is stuck in the mine and maybe dead. When I get a lawyer, he's going to have a field day with you, Tabitha Scarlet. What legal grounds do you think you even have? There are signs. The place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me. Mom, can we just go, please? If I were you, I'd listen to your brat. You haven't heard the last from us. You'll see. The woman storms off just as quickly as she'd stormed in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it. She's right. I can't just hang around town the day after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I've got to get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Tabitha Thighs? That's a different game. That's fanfiction territory is where that's going. Tabitha sighs, straightening up. Her scowl returns. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight. Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. Go to the library. You enter the library alone. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd has formed in a corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here! Oh, I love her little ghost jumpsuit. It's so cute. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Jen to the mayor for, like, the entire time I've known her. I've never gotten to introduce someone to the mayor before. It'll be worth it. Trust us. All right, shall we? Yep, he's a dog. Keen eye. And judging from the series of portraits lining the walls, Tabitha wasn't pulling your leg. Every mayor of Scarlet Hollow in living memory has also been a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. The mayor's little nose starts twitching as you approach. His doggy eyes shine with a curious intensity. What have you got? You've got something. Something wet and nutty. Okay, so I think in a future playthrough, I would like to continue to hold on to the peanuts and see if there's anything else that I can do with them. But again, if we're recreating my original / canon playthrough, I did in fact give Mayor Jimmy the peanuts, even though he does not deserve them. So I will give them to Mayor Jimmy. You hold out your now slightly rancid bag of boiled peanuts. The mayor's nose twitches eagerly at their strong odor, and then he's on them in a flash, ripping through the plastic and devouring the soft-shelled legumes. Drop it, sir. Drop it. His security detail tries to tear him away, but it's too late. The peanuts are already eaten. Thank you for the generous campaign donation. I'm trying to do a dog voice and it's just coming out as Oscar. You'd better hope those nuts settle well. If the mayor gets any tummy trouble after eating your disgusting pocket peanuts, there'll be hell to pay. Why, I never. Now you see what I mean. Not so much as begging before he dove right for the snacks. I've smelled those peanuts on you since day one, and you never saw me become such an animal over them. Good morning, citizen. Oh, fuck. I have too many voices going, and I can't keep any of them straight. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking. Only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best interests at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. Well, I know he's a dog, and I know that's Deputy Franklin, so... Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We need your help. Murmurs stir in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger to the mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn, that's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? Wait, how do you know what's going on? Kenai. The murmurs behind you intensify as you continue your conversation with the mayor. Oh, they think I'm a freak. I'm the mayor. I keep up to date with what's going on among my constituents. And while it's unfortunate that there seems to be something amiss in Scarlet Hollow, I'm a pillar of this community. I need to present myself as strong, calm, and collected in the face of danger. Otherwise, it might cause a panic. And nobody wants that, right? I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you, putting on a show in front of your adoring fans, while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When are you finally going to do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps would never have let those things prowl the woods for so long. And yet you sit back, waiting for the humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs. It's fair of me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. Stella, your dog is yelling at the mayor. Wow, really? Well, I'm sure she must have a good reason. Scraps would have been out in those woods at the first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creatures who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is, posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen. Calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Mr. Franklin, I think now's a good time to dispose of this riffraff. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Chen, you've got to fill me in on their feud later. I've always been curious about why Gretchen gets so fussy near Mayor Jimmy. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. Ingrate, ne'er-do-well, you dog. The little dog cookie jar is so cute. Kanika is quick to follow. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're interrupted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Jen? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. I doubt Pearl-Ann's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Well, you don't have any idea what you're talking about. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts?
ghosts. I've never encountered one myself, but I've heard stories of folks who have been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them with a sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Pearl Ann, or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her?
No. Oscar's place is haunted.
Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something. I'm afraid I don't buy into that particular notion. It's a bit too spiritualist. Now, if it were a vision of one of his parents trying to contact him from heaven, I could understand that. But I simply don't believe in malicious spirits, lingering neither in heaven nor hell, jumping out of closets to scare us. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is he saw.
I trust Oscar.
I'm sure Mr. Gutierrez saw something, but I'm just suggesting he may have misinterpreted a sign from beyond. A lot of folks are frightened when presented with such visions. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
The mayor is a huckster and a fraud. The bastard cares more about tourism than the fate of the town. The pastor goes quiet for a second, his face suddenly white as a sheet. The smile fades from his face as he stares at you intently, studying your expression.
You too?
He glances to either side before continuing.
I thought I was the only one. Please come visit me at the church soon. Seems like we might have a lot to talk about.
He hurries off, suddenly quiet and serious. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. You find them already talking to Oscar deeper into the library. Are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun is down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until that spirit is at full power. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts. I'm not going to waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all are going to be the death of me. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation? Is that what you'd call something like this? I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be set on preparations. The only thing you'll need to bring is an open mind. Don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it. Tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Well, if we're not doing the haunt now... Nope. We're not doing the haunt. Well, or are we? If we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should Jesus. Okay, let's try that one more time. I guess we should head over to Risa's? Absolutely. Come on, Jen. Time to go bother our friend. I'm gonna get back to it. See y'all tonight. Time to go. So, about the mayor. Right. You seem to have some choice words for him. You should vote for Scraps next election. That's who Gretchen supports. The Stray? I love that guy. He just seemed a little less mayoral than Jimmy. But if he's got Gretchen's support... I've always liked scraps. Gretchen's got good taste. So, I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. Y'all are right. His vibes were bad. Glad you feel the same way. There's just something about the way he's always smiling. It's so creepy. The man was grinning through all of my dad's funeral. I'll never forget that. Yeah, that's kind of a nightmare. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. Sorry, Kanika, but I had to do it. Oh, before I forget, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. Stella's face, though. I know what you are. You invited her, even after last night? I mean, if anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful. I mean, I guess. Good call, Jen. I can't wait to hang out with her more. Kanika sighs. Alright, it happened. Let's not get into it. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. Aw, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show, and the two of you will finally get along. What about inviting Avery? Oh. Huh. Sure, I guess. The more the merrier, right? Maybe there'll be an extra voice of reason. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool. I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. Head to Reese's. Alright, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Hey. Okay, so now is probably a good time for me to get this over with. Okay, so sorry to the, two people who are watching this Let's Play, if anyone, in fact, is watching this Let's Play. I don't like Reese. I'm sorry. Burn me at the stake. I know that's a very unpopular opinion. I know he is everyone in the fandom's special little boy. I've never liked him. He doesn't do anything for me. I think he's kind of uninteresting. I don't like anything about him. Never have, don't think I ever will. Yeah, and that's that. So if me being a bit of a hater is going to be a problem for you, I would suggest you not watch the rest of this Let's Play, but if you are open to my haterism, feel free to continue watching. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Jen, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Jen updates. My goodness gracious, there's something that smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend! Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as he tries to get between them. Yeah, okay, so I think that might be part of why I've never liked him, is that my initial playthrough, like, Tabitha was like, I don't like him, he's kind of weird. Gretchen was like, I don't like him, he's kind of weird. And, you know, I take a lot of, you know, stock in the intuition of animals, so I think pretty much from the get-go there was not much of a chance here. I think also it's just that, like, I am not the target audience for Reese at all. I'm a dyke, and he's not. So that's just gonna be that. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella. And you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those Easy Chew dog jerky stashed away. That's so sweet of Kanika. She's gonna be such a good vet. Oop, my computer's got low battery. The gall, the gumption, this is a violation of my rights. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. You keep her safe from that monster, Jen, you hear? You don't let a feather harm fall on my darling Stella. Well, what about you, Jen? Are you coming in? I'll wait for Stella and Kanika. Fine. A quiet sets in as you wait for Stella and Kanika to come back from the van. Okay, we're back. Great. Let's get this over with. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven, and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner, and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to a studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense. Kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. So, has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Every detail. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? What do you think of my cousin? She says, batting her eyelashes. She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. Like, Kanika's not wrong. Like, it's so sad because they're fundamentally diametrically opposed, and, like, I totally get it. Like, Kanika is correct. But at the same time, I'm like, I just wish they could get along, and I wish that I could be friends with both of them, and it's so sad that I can't. Okay. So the thing is, I don't really care about Reese's opinion. And I think on my first playthrough, I also did not care about Reese's opinion. So I think I'm just gonna go pretty minimal here. You decide to leave it at that. Your whole situation's gotta be rough. Sorry. Thanks. But I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time. No one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box, just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Damn, Reese, I may be a goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys. But you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. What's your diagnosis, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind, though the answer isn't very illuminating. It's not one particular thing, but a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to one big diagnosis of bad genes. Guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. And hey, it isn't all bad. Some of it's just weird. Like this. Reese pulls on the skin of his arm. It stretches unnaturally. Like, that's so gross. Hyperelasticity. Kinda cool, right? It's probably also worth noting, so I have OCD, and I get really freaked out by people's fingernails, and often my own fingernails as well. And So I think just the claw situation on him I just find, like, deeply disturbing. So I'm like, ugh, no thanks. Whoa! Does that not hurt? No, it feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. Okay, so I don't remember exactly what I did. I know I didn't say everything. Okay. Guess I'll talk about his art. That's kind of the elephant in the room. Your art! I mean, objectively speaking, it's cool. Like, I love horror shit, and, like, he's clearly very good at it, so... It's exquisite. Thank you, Jen. I don't really make my art for other people, so it's always a nice surprise when it resonates with someone, especially considering how personal these pieces are to me. Having other people look at them sometimes feels like I'm having them look over a raw wound. God, he's such an edgelord. You know, I've still got that painting I stole back from you in high school. I even took it to college with me. You make good stuff, dude. Oh no, you should get rid of that old thing. It's ancient. Knowing there are people out there who might see something I made in high school is horrifying. No way, it's rad and people compliment it all the time. You could gain a real following if you ever posted these online, you know? Nah, I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late-night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella, having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads, knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream during ghoul hours, when am I gonna be able to see what you've been working on? Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings. Then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions since I'll be dead. I'd be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. Okay. His mom is hot, but I'm not gonna say that. I don't care about his taste in movies. Certainly not posing for his paintings. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. This school here is a tiny K-12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here. Though, to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. Dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts up from the kitchen. I don't know where I got the word up in that sentence. That's not there. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands. With soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs. Sure thing, Doc. Yes, ma'am. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped dead in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. So, Black Tabby Games loves to do this. The just endless scroll of the same shit. Yes, we don't have the mystical trait, so there is nothing we can do but try to open the door. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well... There's something compelling about this door. No, there isn't. Now wash your hands. You won't let her... You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh, no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes, and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food, Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No. It's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands. And if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know Okay, I do want Stella's pasta sauce recipes, though. I bet she has really good ones. No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Okay, so this is deranged. I'm not going to say that. I do want Dr. Kelly to like me, although she won't for long. Reese is a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. Lie, the food's really good is so funny. Thanks for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. It reminded me of what it used to be like when these two would come over. Hungry teenagers eating me out of house and home. Oh, never mind. I didn't say anything. I love Dr. Kelly. I should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through, honestly. It was like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. This is also deranged. What were Stella and Kanika like as kids? Noisy and messy, like all kids. Keen-eye. There's suddenly a wistful look in her eye, like she's glimpsing back to some brighter time in her life. Kanika softens too, her shoulders lowering back from their defensive place by her ears. And they always had those little projects. Videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that had captured their imaginations that week. Keen-eye. The glimmer of joy at the corner of her eyes fades. Her glower returns in its place. So, like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh god, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think the doc could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media, and very sad about that squirrel. That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. My cousin says she admires you. Really? I didn't think Tabitha could look up to anyone who isn't a Scarlet. You just didn't get to know her. She had tons of inspirations. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford. Ugh, that's even worse. Okay, but Kanika, have you considered I can fix her? And I will. Just gotta give me a little bit of time, and we'll have her sing in a different tune. Or a slightly different one, at least. If she admires me so much, she shouldn't be afraid to come in for her yearly physical. Okay, so that's another line that I'm like, what's going on there? Why won't she go to the doctor? I mean, like, I get it. I don't like to go to the doctor either, but it feels like that's important. Especially since her aunt and now her mother both passed away at such relatively young ages. And I think the women in the previous generation fared even worse than that. I can't remember the last time I saw her in my office. She should get her priorities straight. You can tell her I said that. Maybe she'll listen to family. You see any weird hairless creatures scurrying around in the woods at night? I don't tend to go wandering in the woods after dark, so no. You don't have to go all the way to the woods. They've been coming to our windows at night. They've been... what? There are these things called ditchlings, and they've been preying on the local wildlife, and Jen and I... Oh, I see. They're some of your little cryptozoological creatures. I know it sounds pretty out there, but I've seen these things in person. We're not messing around. They're out there laying eggs in animals and doing God knows what else. And here I thought you finally managed to get an even head on your shoulders, Kanika. Seems like Stella might be a bad influence on you. I know her little stories can be convincing, but that's only because she's managed to so thoroughly convince herself. She's not making up stories. Neither is Kanika, and neither am I. All you have to do is look outside after dark. There have been more every night. They're all pale and doughy. And their faces, they're like sculptures of humans that didn't set right. I see. You stay up too late, painting your grisly faces, so you started to see them everywhere. I'm sure whatever's outside, it's just raccoons or... Stop. Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow, whether you want to face it or not. Keen eye. Dr. Kelly's eyes briefly, nervously glanced toward her son, before flitting back to a position of annoyance. You can't help but You can't help but feel like what you saw went beyond compassionate worry to be genuine fear. Do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone who's been following Jen around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe that he might have caught some kind of weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. Have there been any strange illnesses spreading around town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any miners who had unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mine, why don't you just have Jen ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. You remain silent, quietly picking at store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. Ugh, I do love a store-bought dinner roll, though. I could really go for one of those. So, I was wondering if we could maybe watch a movie sometime this week while Jen's still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it. I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house. Please, just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. Sorry, we'll get out of your way. Good. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Something weird happened when I went to wash my hands. It was like I was forced to try and break into the clinic. Forced how? It was like something was making me go in there. I wonder, was it like that carving in the pit last night? Before you had that seizure, it was kind of like you were hypnotized. I wasn't there, but I guess I'll take your word for it. Hypnotism seems like a word... what in the hell? Sorry. Hypnotism seems like a step up from what we've been dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. I guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? That'd be so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'd give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Jen got. Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? I could have sworn I saw genuine fear in her eyes for a second there. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on. And she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. If anyone's afraid of anyone in that house, Reese is afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly's good people. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth for a while on this. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun's setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. That ditchling back here is so funny. He's so small. Maybe Kanika is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Keen eye. Before you enter, a pair of figures in the nearby bush catch your eye. You can't help but feel that with every passing day, the ditchlings grow bolder. Enter the library. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Ah, look at Pixel! He's so cute! Hey, Oscar! Are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're here sooner than I expected. Hope dinner went okay? Yeah, it went okay. Reese wasn't feeling up for a longer hangout, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. Just means we have more time to hunt ghosts. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. And you've got your spectre-sniffing compatriot at your side too. This nose can sniff out any ne'er-do-well we might find, whether spirit or scoundrel. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug-out bag or something? Of course I do! I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Oscar's face. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Hey, hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Avery, glad you could make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Sure thing. Always happy to offer a hand or two. I hope you weren't taking this as seriously as everybody else. I need someone else to be rational with. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Y'all really covered all your bases. Oh no. Hey, I'm as rational as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some really unexplainable stuff on Monday. And that mine only collapsing again after 100 years while y'all were there? I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now. You remain silent. I admit I did get a little caught up in the whole supernatural atmosphere of that place, but those sounds were definitely from the rock shifting before the collapse. I mean, that's the whole basis of the Tommyknockers myth. It's well documented. But that's what's so great about this stuff. It's fun to be terrified, you know? Yo, don't rush off ghostbusting without Zane. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Oh, the cat is back. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. My, oh my, this is certainly a lot of one. Oh boy. My, oh my, this is certainly a lot of humans for one little old ghost hunt. I do hope this means my dear Stella will be safe this evening, and that whatever foul creatures lurk in the shadows choose to prey on someone else.
I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and... That's everyone.
Wait, what about Tabby?
What about her? She's not here. Let's get started.
I guess she can catch up to us once she gets here.
Well, if y'all are itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me.
Hey, human. Kick ghost ass, okay? All my stuff in there.
Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect.
Hey! You didn't think you'd be doing this without me, did you?
Rosalina? I thought you were at Alexis's place.
Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez, she's really convincing. Oh, hi Zane, what's up?
Yo.
You don't have to leave me out of stuff like this anymore, Dad. I'm not some fragile thing that needs protecting. I can handle seeing a ghost or whatever it is that's keeping us out of our house.
I really don't think you want to see what's in there, Rosalina. I don't know if you'd ever be able to feel safe in our house again if you knew it was there.
I mean, Zane's coming. It's not like tonight's an adults-only event.
She's got a good point, Mr. G.
Yeah, I don't want to be coddled just because you're scared. Alexis and I can handle this. It's best to give this pup the chance to face her obstacles head-on. Take it from an old soul like me. Yeah, we can totally handle this.
Okay. I'm sorry, Rosa. Just let me know if it gets to be too much and you want to leave, okay?
Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls, and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. Kenai. Aside from the painting on the floor, this living room feels too normal, too human to be haunted.
Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural.
None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence.
You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall.
Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Hey, baby girl.
It seems I made it just in time. Let's get the show on the road. I don't have all night.
Tabby!
Great. She's here.
Wow, Jen, you really brought the whole gang together today.
I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know.
Yeah, I know. We all know. Jen, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? What? I like her. We're friends. Her little face. She's so smug. Really?
Yeah, so what? Like it's weird to be friends with your cousin.
Wow, Jen, do you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing.
Yeah, amazing. That's a word for it. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night.
I'm glad I didn't stay in the same town with people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have so much drama.
I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around.
Oh dear, could someone please warm the air back up? My joints are creaking in this in this dreadful chill.
Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder?
It sure does. I definitely feel that.
Same. I've got chills. The temperature gun is actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house.
Whoa, a genuine cold spot.
I gotta snap a pic for posterity.
Is that it? This isn't very scary. We're wasting our time here. Oscar said the ghost is in Rosalina's room.
Yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here. Right?
What, are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up. Shut it, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. Stella, I've been meaning to ask. Do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How exactly are we going to get rid of it if we find one? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. Ectoplasm? And if worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something?
Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties.
That sounds like fun to me. We might as well try it, right? What's the worst that could happen? We make the ghost mad and it gives us more evidence? Sounds like a win-win.
I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse.
Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out.
Okay.
Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing.
Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me.
That feeling again. Like the mines. Like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Menu boys. Whoa.
This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain.
Do you mean this massive blood stain? It stinks to high heaven.
Yeesh, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant.
Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either.
Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back.
It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Oh, good idea. I have never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever. How was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Gretchen says it's a bloodstain. Ghost blood. Or it's just a rusty pipe leaking all over your floor. I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Jen and Stella are suggesting. I don't know. Ghost blood sounds pretty intense. Have y'all tried ripping up the carpet to see what's causing the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain in their carpet. I made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I also kind of assumed it was ghost blood. Which it is. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Kanika's obviously right. Did it really not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? What if there's something written under there? Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. It's a very good Gretchen. Are we digging? Let me help. This is my area of expertise, after all. Oh, dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish-brown. Keen eye. There's a broken seal around its edges. Whoever carpeted over this hatch didn't want anyone going down there. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. There's a broken seal around its edges. Someone didn't want us down there. Yeah, but how long ago was it sealed up? Whoever did this has got to be long gone, right? There's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, all right. You got a basement chock full of ghosts, I can just feel it. Still no readings, though. None of the equipment's made a sound. Of course not. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in that basement, or crawl space, or whatever it is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through to the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor. And that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room, and I need to know what's down there. Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Is fainting some kind of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must just be misremembering things. Let's go. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly, whatever was in that basement is messing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. Okay, so the first time I played this, I was really high. It was like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning. I was alone in the house. It was pitch black, And I don't get scared very easily. I've kind of been desensitized to a lot of scary stuff, but oh my god, this scared the ever-loving shit out of me. This whole part was just so spooky. It's still very spooky, but oh my god, that first time. This... Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? Do you see that creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Ew. Okay, this is funny, so I have to do it. You reach forward and pinch your cousin. Ow! Hey, what was that for? You suddenly remember you're supposed to pinch yourself to see if you're dreaming. Tabitha glares at you. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait. Do you hear music? Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? Oh, okay. Need a ghost voice. Need a ghost voice. Alright, I think we're just gonna do our best. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Bark, bark. Woof. Bark. It's so unsettling, especially when you have to talk to animals. She should be able to talk. Huh? Oh, poor Tabitha. She looks so sad. You remain silent, stunned, or perhaps cautious. Stella, it's us. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? Eddie, you've got to be kidding me. Wasn't that our great-grandmother's name? Yes. And Stella knows that. Quit messing with us, Stella. It's not funny. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone. And you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Yeah, so with my current trait combination, I'm kind of useless here. So I think I'm gonna just listen. Instead of responding, you decide to stand back and listen instead. It's like she's got some kind of script. Maybe when it's done, she'll go back to normal. Keen eye. A flash of pain in Stella's eyes tells you she's keenly aware of everything that's happening right now. She is in agony. It's so scary. Arf, arf. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up. How do we snap her out of this? I don't know. Is there a bucket of water somewhere? You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. I'll get you out of here, Stella, I promise. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens.
Tee-hee. Tee-hee. We should hold hands. For safety. And not because either of us is scared. My evil plans. Actually, that might be a good idea. But only because I don't want us getting separated. Yeah, okay, you tell yourself that. I remember on a subsequent playthrough one time, I tried to get her to hold my hand after, I think I was trying to get with Kanika, and she rejected me, and to be honest, it was pretty unfortunate. It made me pretty sad. She takes your hand. Hers trembles slightly in yours. Let's go back, all right? The two of you turn back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Let's try the door. But there can't be anything behind it. It's just standing there. You ignore her, walking forward and reaching for the doorknob. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Ugh. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through. Sorry, I know this is very spooky, but this is such a cute little sprite of her. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... Your cousin is cut off by the Yep. Your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own.
Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry.
Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me.
Maybe we should run him out on a rail too. Make an example of the whole family.
Charlie, and now Junior. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe they're the same person.
Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully, just give us a little time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes?
Okay, again, sorry for being so distracted today, but look at how fucking pretty she is. She's so gorgeous. Like, I know it's not the time, but like, she's so pretty.
My boy didn't have that kind of luxury.
Okay, gotta get back into ghost mode. Oh. I see. The collapse, Junior leaving, Charlie returning. It's starting to come together. Great. Mystery solved. You can let us go now, Ghost.
Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. As for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours?
God, this sucks. I can't imagine what it must have been like. What? Oh my god. I can't imagine what it must be like to be driven out of your home like this. Maybe it wasn't actually this bad. Maybe it's exaggerating things.
Trust me, boy. The coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that?
Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. You quietly continue listening. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't have been playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep, just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you.
Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died, and we're in hell. Who did you call on the phone earlier? A friend of the family. Not that it matters, though. The call didn't go through, so we're on our own. Okay, let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. And whatever we saw in this room, at least, happened right after the Shaw mine collapsed in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. You're right. There's only one way to get to the end of this. Shall we? Yeah. Let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. You're outside and it's night, a false moon looming massive in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Ugh, what magic words do we have to say to get you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did piss you off so much, we're sorry.
You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Everdeen, haven't you?
Who's this supposed to be? Why can't this ghost be a little more obvious? Come on, use name tags or something.
There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you youngins.
I just realized kind of subconsciously that I'm doing the Sybil voice, which I don't know about y'all, but I think that she may be who Kanika is portraying here. That's just my thought.
Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it?
Also, the way that Tabitha looks when she says that, like, okay, Miss Homoerotic Teenage Situationship, I see you. I know what you are. It looks like there's more to this haunting than just the collapse. I don't think I want to know so much about some fling my great-grandmother had. This is definitely too much information. And it really has nothing to do with me.
I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you?
What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. Besides that, I don't actually know much about the man. Is the ghost mad because Edwardine and Charlie's romance didn't work out? Pretty pathetic if that's the case. It's not like I'm in a happy relationship, but at least I'm not making it someone else's problem.
The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. Not for you. Not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler.
Kanika Mimes holding it. Oh my. Kanika Mimes it. Why can't I talk? One more time. Kanika Mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty.
Everything you need to know is on that map.
What's that about misfortune and stepping foot outside the holler? Is the town cursed?
That's where you'll find them. You need her there. And be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness.
And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die. Whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh, with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. Oh, what was the Wayne voice? There you are. Ew, I hated that. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? We will be running from Wayne. You book it into the underbrush. Hey, wait for me! She joins you, the two of you rushing to get away from Wayne. As you run, his words follow you into the brush. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Jen. I don't think that girl is any good for you. Stella, was that her name? Seems she is skilled at finding trouble. Maybe I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out of here alive. And then silence. Stella. Okay, now my playthroughs are kind of blending together because I know that I've asked her at some point if she killed him. But I don't remember if that was this playthrough. I don't think it was. I think I'm just gonna keep being nice. Hey, are you okay? That couldn't have been easy for you to see. I'm really not. I'm sorry. Can we just leave and pretend we didn't see anything? Please. The two of you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. So, Oscar is Charles Sr. Yeah, Charles Shaw Sr. We talked about him in the mines yesterday. Everyone in Scarlet Hollow knows about him. What do you know about Charles Jr.? As much as you do. I didn't even know there was a Charles Jr. until tonight. Besides, the ghost is filling us in on more than enough of his life story. I'm sure we'll both be experts on everything Charles Jr. by the time this is over. If it ever ends. Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Is something on your mind? It was Charles Shaw's fault. That's just a fact. You know what they say about history. It's written by the victors. And Charles Sr. was clearly not a victor. As if the Scarlets were any kind of victors themselves. Girl. The collapse hurt their reputation too, you know. It took years for the mine to recover. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. Do you think that's why he was getting close with Edwardine? I don't know. I guess it's possible. But it doesn't look like it panned out. Damn it, boy. I may not have till the morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back, and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is so full of it. Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. Follow her. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. Climbing up the trellis again. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man. Though you've gotten sloppy, you should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. Are the bars metaphorical, or are they real? You keep asking me things like I know any better than you do. We've both been seeing the same rooms. You're the one who grew up here. I just thought you might recognize stuff. It's not like this is exactly what the real world... Oh my god. It's not like this is exactly what the real world looks like, is it? How am I supposed to recognize anything when it's all messed up like this? For all we know, none of this even happened. And even if any of this did happen, who's to say this is even close to an accurate interpretation? We're watching the memories of a dead man. No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charles Shaw. Is this what's in the Forbidden Wing? The Forbidden Wing is a bunch of old rooms that are dangerously run down. I don't have much perspective on what they were like in their heyday, but going off of what they're like today, they'd be a terrible place to keep a prisoner. A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now, it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little trysts bore fruit. And oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? Tabitha's eyes go wide. You maintain your silence. You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourselves pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. This is definitely supposed to be the estate, but I can't tell how much of this is real and how much is metaphor. Stop talking, we might miss something. That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town, now. You maintain your silence. You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die. But if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? You maintain your silence. You've been talking to the witch, then. How very interesting. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Stella. I promise we'll figure out how to free you soon, Stella. There can't be much more to these memories. I hope we do. How does it know that? This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick. Okay, I think I do want to ask her this. Can we talk now? What do you know about this place? I mean, this is almost certainly the estate, and whatever we just saw probably happened in the Forbidden Wings, just based off the location of the windows. That half of the house has been off limits for over a decade. I don't know what we just saw, okay? And I know what it sounded like here, but Charlie isn't related to us. I know that much. I think. Come on, the quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of this ghost place. Hopefully. You and Tabitha walk after Stella and into the darkness. My cat has arrived. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. Hello? Stella stares at you through... Oh, why can't I read? Stella stares through you, there we go, as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. Ugh, I don't know why, but this feels so much worse than the last room.
Yep. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them.
We've got to be near the end, right? That music is the same song that started playing when Stella first showed up. Yeah, I think you're right. What a creepy scene to end things on. I can't believe that ghost is making Stella humiliate herself like this by doing a baby voice. It's embarrassing.
I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it, though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people.
Oh, so that's why everyone's been moving so weirdly while they've been possessed, right? He's got a thing with puppets. He sure does.
A traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, we could go to towns along the beach. I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world.
You quietly let the scene finish playing out.
Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean.
Keen eye. You can see the tiniest shimmer of tears in Tabitha's eyes. She blinks and they're gone. There. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another word. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. You wordlessly step towards the trapdoor. It creaks open all on its own. Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy to get... Eddie? Oh God, I'm so sorry. Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. I've seen some speculation online about why she says I'm sorry there. I'm very curious to know in future episodes what that's about. Because I do think there's something, I just don't know what it is. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Did you see the tear running down her cheek at the end? She was conflicted. I didn't, but that's a good point. This whole thing isn't very fair, you know. We only saw one side of the story. True. Maybe this has more to do with Enoch than Edwardine. He was mentioned in passing quite a few times. Yeah, maybe. Ugh, what now?
Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes?
You let the spirit continue. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood.
Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die. Please. I have been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No, it is absolutely not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit. And what happens if we refuse? Then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. Okay, so here's where we're going to be making use of that distinction between the original run and the canon run as far as my playthrough of this game. So the first time that I played this game, I was just, on my merry little way, doing my thing, and when they were like, oh, someone should sacrifice, I'm like, I got this. It's gonna be fine. I can handle it, whatever. And, Miss Girl over here did not care for that option, and so she decided to take matters into her own hands. And I was not about to deal with that. Absolutely not. No way, no how. I've played this many different ways. I've seen, the different outcomes, and I am simply not about to let her do that. So we will be leaving this ghost here. I know that is very likely going to result in some really terrible outcomes down the line, but I'm not going to let her sacrifice herself. Just not gonna happen. So I will not be trying to sacrifice myself either, because I know how that goes. Tabitha's right. This is bullshit. We're not giving you a goddamn thing. But the spirit ignores you and your cousin's protestations. Is that how you say that word? The sentence has been handed down. Make your choices. I hope I didn't come too late. Mom? All of you had better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. This is certainly a strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others. They're safe. I got your call, Tabitha, but it was definitely not easy getting down here. Get us out of this pit, Sybil. Tabitha, I don't think it's wise to leave something like this where anyone could stumble across it. Why is that our problem? It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. You must be joking. You're the eldest cousin. You're the one who's actually lived in this town. It's only right. Absolutely not. We should just leave. I'm not giving in to the demands of some dead guy. I also really hate how Sybil's pressuring her here. It feels so bad. I'm like, I don't know what her agenda is, but it's not good, and I do not trust her as far as I could throw her, which I have very weak little noodle arms, so that's not going to be very far. I'm with Tabitha. Neither of us owe this ghost a damn thing. We're leaving. Yeah, you heard Jen, Sybil. Neither of us are compromising with this thing. Now, can you get us out of here? Sybil sighs. Tabitha, are you sure you want to leave this business unfinished?
Absolutely. This is not our problem.
If you think it's the best course of action, yes, I can get you out. It's only a question of seeing through the illusion. We're in a basement, even if all your senses are telling you otherwise. Try closing your eyes and remembering where you are. You do as she says, closing your eyes. Suddenly the sounds and tactile sensations of the spirit realm feel much more distant, as though you've partially awoken from a terrible dream. Good. Now feel for the stairs. You fumble in the darkness, grasping the air in front of you. Your palm meets wood with a solid thunk. It's the staircase. You can feel it under your hands.
I found it.
You begin your ascent. Good work, you two. You're doing great. You place a confident foot on the wooden floor of what you assume must be Rosalina's room. You open your eyes, seeing what feels like a superposition of the real and the fake. Don't let it trick you again. Its powers are already struggling to maintain their grip on you. You continue. You feel the doorframe under your palm, and then the sturdy walls of the hallway beyond. We're almost out.
I knew it. I knew this ghost wasn't a big deal.
It's only faltering now because it's exhausted. Don't underestimate the spirit, Tabitha. You stumble into the corridor between the annex and library. The real world swims closer and closer to being back in focus.
The doors. Come on, Jen, we're almost there.
You and Tabitha fall towards the entrance, your legs still unsure of the ground beneath you, and the doors fly open. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library.
I'm gonna peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis.
Zane walks off down the road.
Finally, we're out of the fun house.
But the spirit remains. It would have been much better to banish the thing. It spread from the annex to the entire building. Anyone who steps foot in there might be subjected to its torment.
Not my problem. Not Jen's problem. I don't want anyone else in town to have to experience that. That was awful. My bones were not meant to bend like that. I've never been so sore in my life. We'll board the place up and say there was a gas leak. There, fixed it. I suppose I'll have to find another place for me and Rosalina to stay. This was such a disaster. I'm so sorry to have brought you all into that house. I should have left the place to rot.
You and Rosalina could always stay with us, Mr. Gutierrez.
I wouldn't want to impose on your parents like that. It's a lot to ask. I can figure this out.
We needed to regroup and think about our options. I wasn't about to make a deal like that in the heat of the moment. I get that, but until we figure something out, the library is now a dangerous space that we're just leaving there. Unfortunately, it would seem that spirit has only grown stronger since you made your choice. If you went back in there, I can only imagine its demands of you would be that much steeper. There's nothing to be done, at least for the time being.
Great. Then we all, in principle, agree. It's done. Let's move on.
Okay, so I'm not gonna bring up Tabitha's little house, because
I know that I've tried it in the past, and there's nothing you can do to get her to give it up. So all that's really gonna do is make her mad, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm really sorry we couldn't get rid of your ghost, Oscar. Don't apologize. I wouldn't want you to lose something that important for a rental unit owned by the state. Honestly, if it makes you feel better, I don't think I could have lived with the guilt if you'd made that choice. Your cousin grumbles. I don't usually do this kind of thing. The properties we own are for the minors. But there is a house that's vacant right now that might be suitable. You know the old Maxwell place?
What? You can't be serious. That place is falling apart.
Not bringing it up. You decide to keep Tabitha's getaway a secret. Look, I'll tell you what. I won't even make you pay rent for the first month. Consider it repayment for not literally giving up my soul to get rid of a ghost that wasn't causing any problems until the two of you lived there.
That's funny. I thought it was your family that pissed off the ghost.
Your cousin furiously pulls out a key ring before picking one off and handing it to Oscar. Thank you. This really means a lot to me and Rosalina. Now, if all of you don't mind, I'm gonna go home. I think I've had enough social interaction for a lifetime tonight. Finish up whatever you have to do here. I'll wait by the car. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car. To think that ghosts are actually real, Stella's gotta be over the moon right now. Actually, wait. Where is Stella? Oh, she's just standing there, by herself. That isn't like her. I'm gonna go check in with her. You walk over to Stella.
I've never seen anything like what we saw tonight. Absolutely dreadful, and I don't think my dear Stella's having an easy time with it. Oh, hey, Jen.
I'm so sorry I couldn't get you out of there sooner.
I'm so sorry, Jen. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay?
She hurries off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her?
I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse.
God, what a disaster this whole night has been. I had no idea it would turn out like this. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Stop apologizing, Dad. We're the ones who don't have a house anymore. We don't even have the library now.
There was another carving in there. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? And if you and Stella are right, and there's another one in the clinic... I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town?
This is news to me, too. I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms, and he vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? That creep threatened her? Should we be worried about her? Of course we should be. I'll make sure Stella knows what's going on. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Jen for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. I'm really sorry, Oscar. I'm really sorry, Rosalina. It's okay. Worse things have happened to people, and the price was just too high. We'll find a way to pick things up. I know you did everything you could for us, Jen. It was probably smart not to trust that ghost anyways. You won't have to do it alone, Oscar. You can help yourself to whatever you need from the store. Yeah, I'm sure Aunt Winnie and I can help out too. This is a good town full of good people, Jen. We won't let this ruin Oscar. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. The words just came out. There was no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. I was just cold. Okay, so I think we don't really need to get into the rest of this. I guess I should probably head back. We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out, and I don't know how long it'll take to get things ready in the new place. I'll be over later tonight with some bedding and hot tea, and I'll have Miles bring you groceries in the morning. Don't be a stranger, and let us know if you need anything, okay? Thank you. That really means a lot. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Jen. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. Kenai, you can't help but overhear snippets of their conversation as they leave. My whole body hurts. Mom, what was that? And I want a better answer than a ghost. It was a spirit, dear. I've never been a fan of the word ghost. You'll be all right. Let me get you some of that special tea. It's been working well, don't you think? And there's Ghost the cat. I think ibuprofen would be better, but I gotta admit the tea has been nice. I'll put the kettle on as soon as we get home. I guess it's just the two of us now. So, you have no idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. None whatsoever, but I remember everything I said, and I remember that cold feeling. A prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. I'm sorry, I didn't know things would be like this. I mean, it's not your fault, and I feel a lot worse for Oscar and Rosalina than I feel for myself. I'll see if there's something Aunt Winnie can do to help them out. At the very least, I can help them spruce up their new places and plants. I know it wasn't exactly the kind of evening we thought it'd be, but I'm glad I got to have that experience. My body hurts, my soul is unsettled, but I would honestly do it all over again. Thanks, Jen. I really appreciate you inviting me along. Anyways, I'd better head home and get some rest. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Time to wrap things up here. Go back to the estate. The ride back is nearly silent as you and Tabitha reflect on the night's events and your decision to leave the haunting intact. I'm glad we're both still in one piece. Me too. It's like Sybil said. It's done, and there's nothing we can do about it other than move on. So, I guess ghosts are real. Yeah, I guess so. How do you feel about that? The same as I felt before we went into that house. You'd be surprised how quickly people can adjust to terrible realities. I'd much rather move on from what happened tonight than make a big deal out of it, and I'm sure most of your little friends feel the same way. Ride in silence. You slide back into silence as the car makes its way to the estate. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. Do you think Stella's gonna be okay? Like, emotionally? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. She has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. She'll be fine. How did you know to call Sybil? Who else should I have called? The cops? I believe you've seen their competence on full display. Besides, I'm sure you've heard that old woman talk. If anyone in this town would have known how to deal with a ghost, it'd be her, right? I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. Your cousin sighs. What do you want to know? Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No. He's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. All the more reason to not talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. Why is he all gross? He's sick or something. Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. Okay, so I'm not gonna ask if she killed him, because I know that's not gonna go over well. This is kind of accusatory. I think that's just gonna piss her off, too. Alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral.
4 more days. That's all. And then the bus comes. Oh, is she sad? You know, I don't have to leave the holler. I could get used to this place. That's good to hear. It would be nice not being the only Scarlet left. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. Like, is this almost certainly going to come back to bite me in the ass? Yes. In fact, I would say it is a certainty. This is not going to go well. I'm sure that I'm going to get to, like, episode 7 and be cursing myself, but, you know, if it was do that to Tabby, I'm not doing it. I simply will not. At least not in this save. Episode 4 awaits. If you'd like to save before continuing, please do so now. Alrighty, so that is going to be the end of episode 3. Thank you so much for watching, if you're still here, the, like, 2 people who are watching this. It is much appreciated. Please feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe if you want to, I guess. And I will see y'all in the next one.